Hi, okay, in this video we're going to work on a little bit more of the game. So let's program actually the brick, okay, the bricks that are going to go on the screen. So be sure that you select the brick and that we're looking at the brick prototype, and again, don't forget to toggle on and off if you're kind of lost in the finding out where your code is. You want to click on this button here that'll toggle to bring your backstage up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, let's bring in a group. Hit the plus add group here. This will give you a group section here. Let's just call this color initiation. So we're initializing the color of each of the bricks, okay? So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in two change attributes. So let's click on our behaviors here, and we're going to go to change. Where's my change attributes? Here's change attributes. Okay, I'm going to bring in one, and then another one. Okay. All right. So for the first one, we're going to hit the down arrow key, attributes. We're going to go to self, which is brick, and go to color, and then let's just give that one green. Okay, but we're changing it initially from green, and while we're here, why don't we do this one here too? Let's do that one, attributes, self, color, and let's go with red. This can be whatever you want it to be, but these are just sort of the starting colors here. So we want to change these initial colors to depending on positions and stuff, it'll give it different color. Okay, so for the first one, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open parentheses in here, 480 minus, okay, and we're going to hit the down arrow here, click in there, and then we're going to go to attribute self, position, position, where are we? Position, there we go. So it's going to be self, which is the brick, position, and then we're going to go to X. So depending on the X position, double click on that, so it should be open parentheses 480 minus self dot position dot X. It should look like that. Okay. Then we want to close parentheses divided by 480. Okay. Extra credit. Who can tell me what the 480 stands for? Okay. So that takes care of that line. Now, for the second line, pretty much it's going to be the same thing, except it's going to start with a 1 minus. Open parentheses, there's two of them, 480 minus, and then the same thing, self, right? So we're going to do down arrow here and here, click in there, self, I keep doing that, position, X, okay, close parentheses, divided by 480, close parentheses. Okay, that gives us that. All right, so that takes care of the color initiation. Okay, so actually let's see what happens if we do that. I'm going to just click on this first actor just in case and just get rid of it off the screen there. And let's go ahead and bring in a couple of actors. If I were to play this now, does it automatically put the bricks on? No. Okay. So we need to bring those bricks in. So we're going to go to our actors and go to bricks and go, start to, drag. You can drag the first one on. Okay. and then position that the way you want on the screen. Okay, and then hit your Alt, and then, you know, fix them accordingly, you know, and so however you're going to want to space them. And so let's see if in this version, oh, this version does allow you to have two, and so let's see if I'm able to select both of them and move them over. Let's see what happens there. No, it only takes one. Okay, so I can only do one at a time. All right, so you notice how mine's a little bit off. I mean, you want to basically work with the X and Y positions of each of these. So you want all the to be the same. So, for example, I'm going to move this over a little bit, give them just a tad, a little bit of space here. But I noticed that, let's see, we're looking at the Y position. So the Y position is 302 for that one. They should all have the same Y positions. Okay, so like that one should be 302. That one is 298. So you see, I can actually click on here and just type in 302, and it will adjust it for me. Okay. All right, but this one, for some reason, I must have rotated by mistake, so let me get rid of that one. Let me bring this one over. Okay, and all right, and like I said, if we type in 302, it'll put it where it needs to be, but we want to move that over because you can tell they're overlapping. All right, so this takes a little bit of work, kind of making things neat the way you want them. Now, each of these, if we look at the size of these, each of these bricks, the sizes here they have a width of 64. Okay, so if you were to add, you know, let's say 65 to each one, or to the centers of each one, you can play around with that number to see what would happen. And so let's say, I don't know, 34. This one is 100, right? So that's a little bit over. So 34 plus 65 is what? Is 99, right? So this one was 100. So you get a sense. So 100 plus 64, 164. So keep adding 64, you know, to each one, and that'll give you sort of the correct positioning that you're going to want, and so that'll give you an idea. All right. So now if I were to play this now, let's take a look, see if the coloring thing works. So you can see now how that it changes, you know, the colors here the way we want it. All right, depending on the position. So that's how that works. Okay. Everything's a little bit funky right now because we haven't, remember what's going on here is with physics, we need to check off the motion here in physics. So we can play around with that a little bit later. So, all right, so I'm going to stop here for now since we've got the colors working, and you can kind of play around. So you're going to want about 21 bricks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 across here, and 3 rows to, you know, so 21 bricks in total. So I'm going to stop the video and then let you add your bricks and organize them neat the way you want them to be. Okay.